Good afternoon, everybody. I'm sorry this video is a little later today, but I took a couple takes of this because it's kind of a touchy subject. Not really a touchy subject, but it's an important thing that I have to get right, because a lot of you guys are gonna take this, so I wanted to make sure that it was good for you guys to it was good for you guys. I wanted to make sure it was perfect. So yeah, today we're going to talk about sponsorship, okay? And what do you think when you think about sponsorship? Think about it. What do you think? You think, oh, free stuff. Ooh, maybe I'll get some money. Ooh, some recognition. Ooh, great pilots, That's what you think about when you think about sponsorship. You don't think about the behind-the-scenes stuff. You don't think about what your responsibilities are. And you don't think what that relationship actually means, the word sponsorship means. So the word sponsorship means a relationship, okay? So what do I mean by that? So when you get sponsored by a company, you don't just take any sponsorship, okay? You want to kind of not pick and choose, because some people don't have that opportunity, but you don't just want to accept any company, okay? In order to be a good sponsored pilot and in order to become part of the team, you have to be, first of all, you have to enjoy their products, okay? I know plenty of people that that are sponsored by these companies, but they don't actually like the products, which is the complete opposite of what the whole reason behind sponsorship is. The reason that sponsorships exist is because the company is running a business, okay? They need to sell things. And sometimes, a lot of times, it's easier to sell things when there's a figure that people look up to and they say, oh, this person's using that product. Maybe it's a good product, okay? So that's the whole reasoning behind sponsorship, is to kind of humanize the whole marketing. Yeah, so what you guys take away from that is you get to help out a company, and then they help you out by giving you discounts. Usually you don't get free things, you don't get paid, but you do it out of the love for the product and the company, okay? You don't get sponsored just to get discounts, okay? That's the complete wrong reasoning, okay? So now that I've gone over the responsibilities of a sponsored pilot and what it means to be a sponsored pilot, I want to go over how to become a sponsored pilot, because a lot of people kind of don't understand how that works. Okay, so the first thing you want to do is you want to understand that by getting sponsored, you're kind of obligated to post on Facebook and be active and go to events, but it really depends on the contract. Some contracts say that, oh, you have to go to this specific amount of events, or you have to post this much on Facebook, maybe post a video. All contracts are different, okay? And make sure you read that contract to a T, okay? Because the last thing you want to do is burn that bridge, okay? And either get kicked off or leave, or because you both aren't happy, okay? You really want the contract to fit you and respect, and you would like the company to respect your wishes, but you also want to respect theirs, okay? So yeah, so how do I become a sponsored pilot? What I said was you need to be active, you need to go to events, and you need to post on social media, okay? So the first step is you need to find a product that you enjoy, okay? Find a product that you think you could talk about for hours, and it can be anywhere from a whole airframe to maybe a fuel dot. It's from everywhere. Sponsorships come in all different shapes and forms. There's big ones, and then there's low level ones, which is fine. Yeah, so you need to find a product that you enjoy, okay? And the second thing you want to do is you want to start showing the love that you like for it on social media. So make a video about it, or um, maybe make some Facebook posts about how you're loving this airplane, and then what servos you're using, and that you really enjoy these servo arms. Like they're super strong. Just something of that sort. Okay, so get it a little bit the ball rolling. And the second thing you want to do is you want to be active. Okay, you want to go to the field. You want to be that professional person that's approachable. Okay, you need to be approachable. People don't want to look at you and say, "Oh my God, this person has all these big planes and he has a mean resting face." You don't want to be that person. You want to be approachable. Okay, that's what makes people listen the most. Is just being friendly and helpful. And being genuine, right? So yeah, so you want to start helping out, and the big thing is that you want to start going to events, okay? And events, this is really complicated because there's some companies that go to different events, right? And there's some companies that have maybe 3 or 4 sponsored pilots, and there's some that have 20, 25 plus sponsored pilots. So you want to start going to events. Okay, maybe start local and then start heading up to the bigger ones. And events can be anywhere from all Joe Knoll, or maybe just a local IMAC event. And you want to start getting out there. You want to start kind of gaining a reputation, and and you want to meet people. Okay, you want to be friendly, as I said. And the biggest thing is that it's probably in your best interest to become friends with some of the team pilots that are already a part of that team. Okay, because we all say, "Oh, it's not what you know; it's who you know." Well, that's not necessarily true, but there is a hint of truth there. Okay, it's easier to have people vouch for you when you're trying to get sponsored than kind of not really having something that the company can go off of, right? So that's what you want to do. And the third thing is just wait. Okay, just keep doing that. Keep doing what you love, because at the end of the day, flying remote control airplanes shouldn't be about being sponsored by this company or this company. It should be about having fun with friends. Flying with friends and enjoying the hobby, right? So keep doing that, and they'll come to you. Okay, sponsorships will come to you if you're on the upcoming, you're competing, you're winning. Sponsorships are gonna come to you. But let me stop right there. Okay, you don't need to be the world's greatest pilot. You don't need to have this resume or this amount of wins or this amount of events to go to. Okay, what you need is you need to be more of a person than a pilot. Okay, so, but that being said, it's a company is gonna look more at somebody who's not completely useless on the sticks. But again, you don't need to be the world's greatest pilot, right? You just need to be able to, fly safe and just be a person, be helpful, and that's all it takes. Okay, that there's such a misconception that, oh, you see sponsored pilots and you think that they're the best pilots, and the thing is that they're just wearing a t-shirt. They're just like you guys, they're just representing a company. It's not a big deal, but they have a responsibility. So and I recommend doing it that way, so just kind of waiting and having fun with it. But if it's really pressing, then another thing you can do is get in direct contact with them. So send them an email, or get some of your friends to talk to the owner about maybe getting a contract going, or something like that. But I recommend the waiting, because while you want to be on the team in the first place and you want to get that spot, that seat, you want to have the company's respect. And it doesn't look too good as a pilot if you're emailing them 20 times a day, "Hey, I want to be sponsored by you guys." That's not that's not really desirable, right? Because it shows a little bit of a lack of character. But I've done that. I've been denied. I've been accepted. But again, this is all of my personal knowledge, right? I'm not the world's greatest pilot. I haven't been sponsored by 10 billion companies and done all this stuff, but I've been through it a lot. So, you guys can take what I say with a grain of salt, or you can take it literally, because I'm just talking from my own personal experience to help you guys develop into the pilot that you guys want to be, right? That's why I'm here, to help you guys. So yeah, so we went over the responsibilities, how to become a sponsor pilot, and now we're gonna get to the awesomest thing ever, the bestest bad grammar thing ever. Becoming a sponsored pilot, wearing that shirt. So you got the shirt on, wear it. Like, have some pride in it. Don't have it dirty. Make yourself look presentable, right? Because you're representing a company. You're not only representing yourself. So you want to be professional, right, when you're wearing the shirt. So yeah. So another thing is that if you have multiple sponsorships, so let's talk about that. So you have to find a way to prioritize multiple sponsorships, right? You need to take which one is probably the highest tier sponsorships, and you need to dress accordingly, right? So what do I mean by that? I don't mean wearing a suit with the no, stop. It means maybe for your lower tier sponsors, you can wear the shirt on Wednesday or Thursday, and then the higher level sponsors you can wear, Friday, Saturday, the big days of a lot of events. Okay, so that's also a way, and you can also take multiple photos with different shirts, and for that company's Facebook page, or and yeah, so that's basically a crash course on what sponsorship is, how to get sponsored, and what to do when you're sponsored. If you guys have any more questions, please feel free to ask. I know this is a really kind of hard subject to talk about. Yeah, but I hope you guys enjoy. I hope you guys learned something, and yeah, go be that next pilot. Go be your best self, right? So thank you guys so much for watching. Like, share, and subscribe, and yeah, stay tuned for the next video.